Mary Kim, victory. Hey, it's my victory. Woo. Mary Kim, victory. Yes, it's my victory. Hey, Mary Kim, yeah. I tried to make life worthwhile. It's not easy to break through. I seen the light at the end. Dawn is so hard to go through. I tried to make life worthwhile. It's not easy to break through. I seen the light at the end. Dawn is so hard to go through. Boom Mary, playing in my brain. Songs of victory playing in my head. So happy I'm getting closer. There's still in me a flaming sword, melting away blocks of butter. Oh yes, victory. It's my victory. Oh, Mary Kim, victory. It's my victory. Mary Kim. Oh, tell me who can stand before me when I call that great name, Jesus, precious Jesus. I have a victory. Oh.
All right. Good day to everyone watching all around the world, and for those who will be watching the recording, welcome to tonight's episode of Akisan TV, where Akisan members gather to find out the latest information about goings-on in the association and the community at large. My name is Itoro Akpanikwad, and I am the national president of the association. I've been privileged to serve this organization for the past 3 years. I would like to take this opportunity, as always, to thank each and every one of you, beginning with my chapter, Akisan Atlanta, all the sponsors, all the donors, all the members of committees, council members, chapter presidents, board of trustees members, for all the support you've given this administration over the last 3 years. Because of each and every one of you, we've been able to reach and accomplish so many things that we've done, and even with more yet to come. Today, the focus of the show is going to be on the upcoming National Convention, which is going to be this year in the city of sunny San Diego. It is going to be our 36th, and the theme this year is STEAM-based, not STEM, so science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, and it's establishing limitless potential in our youth to excel beyond boundaries in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. This is the first convention that's going to be on the Pacific Coast in over 20 years. The last one was in San Francisco, I believe, 2002. And so we're very excited. And I think you all are as well, as evidence in the fact that for the first time, the convention hotel was sold out way back in March. Right now, we're still on a campaign to collect ads. Tomorrow is the last day. If you've not sent in your ads, please do so now. I know we tend to do things at the last minute, but we have to send this thing to the printer on time so that we can be mailed to San Diego on time. Thanks to all those who have bought ads. Again, we're expecting more. I want to also take this opportunity to thank our host, DJ Densma, Mr. Dennis Ubom of Akisan Atlanta. He's always providing this podcast for us free of charge. I do have today on the show my co-host, the none other than the chairman of this year's convention, also the speaker of the Akisan USA Council of Chapter Presidents, Engineer Mbong Ekiko. Before I bring him in officially, I also wanted to let each and every one know that for the first time in history, we're going to have a lot of firsts. And I always like to see things happen differently with each convention. If you heard the music that welcomed us into this show, it was by a gentleman called Mel to the Vo. He's in the San Diego area, and for the first time in our history, we're going to have a live band performance by Mel to the Vo. There's also a lot of other firsts for this convention. First time that we're even cracking the amount that we sponsors were able to give last year. Last year, we were able to raise about $15,000 outside of the convention, and this year we're already at $15,000. We have 3 weeks to go. So I also want to thank all the sponsors and all the donors. Engineer Kiko will be talking about this and more very soon, but again, thank you very much. So on this note, I want to welcome officially Engineer Dr. Mbong Ekiko to the show. Welcome, Mr. Speaker and Mr. Chairman.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Appreciate the opportunity. Thanks for the opportunity to be the convention planning chair for this year. For those who don't know me, I'm engineer Dr. Mbong Ekiko out of San Diego. We're really excited about this upcoming convention. But first, a few thank yous. Really want to thank you, Mr. President, and the escrow for all the support for the convention coming to San Diego. Thank the board of trustees. Again, just overwhelming support from the board. And my very Council of Chapter Presidents, thank you for rallying around and really helping to support the San Diego Convention. And a special thanks to the local San Diego chapter members for working tirelessly day and night to help bring this convention to fruition. I'll be remiss without thanking the Honorable DJ Dennis for putting this live session together. So just a few things to help you, acquaint you with what's happening. The convention is going to start on Thursday, August 10th, starting with kind of an opening welcome golf ceremony that will happen. It's an early event. That the golf will happen probably about 6:30 to about 9 in the morning. And then later that evening, we'll have the Ibom Pride Award. The Ibom Pride Award ceremony will happen from 6:30 to 9:30. It's hosted by the Board of Trustees, and it's a way to really recognize Akwa Ibom indigents, friends, family, daughters, and sons who are really doing great things in the community. That will run through, again, 9:30, and we'll pick up welcome reception. The welcome reception will be twofold. There'll be one happening in Indigo area, again, from 9:30 about 2, and then also outdoors in the patio, again, also happening from 9:30 to 2. Then we'll go into Friday. Friday will kick off with a business summit. That'll be really led by Dr. Ide Okpok, who's assembled really a class act of speakers to have an engaging session on business opportunities in the business summit. And then that runs from about 8:30, so it's an early event, 8:30 to 11. And then the Akisan business meeting will run from 12 to 4. That's really, Akisan chapter presidents will engage in really activities that help drive and manage and run the operation of the association. We will have something different this year. So kind of an early dinner will be outside, outdoors. That will run from about 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. You'll get a meal ticket at the registration booth to be able to go engage and have that really nice outdoor environment. And then we'll come back in for the cultural night event. We're really asking, this is where we need everybody's help to start on time. We keep hearing about how do we start on time. I think this is where we really need the support of everybody to be able to start on time. But cultural night will be just an outstanding event. We'll have, like the president noted, a lot of really rock star performance. Mel to the Vo, very own San Diego entertainer will be there performing live. A live band, never happened before. We have Anita Dennis who will be performing. Pius, UT Pius will be performing. Amen and Amen both will be performing as well. El Maverick will be performing. G Manning will be performing. Bassi Essien. So just a lot of really great performers that will be performing live and entertaining us during that event. You also have kind of the highly anticipated beauty pageant led by Dr. Itawan James, who's really helping coordinate that event for us. Really exciting event. You don't want to miss that. Happening live in San Diego as well. And so the cultural now run again from 6:30 to about 2 a.m. and in kind of a dancing event as well. And then we move into Saturday. Saturday picks up with the Health Summit. We got our co-chair and Madam VP is assembled in partnership with the Health and Welfare Committee. Two really awesome doctors that will be talking to us about everything from cancer and CPRs and all kind of really great stuff. You don't want to miss that. That'll run from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. And then we have two events that will run concurrently. The Women's Summit that will run from 10:30 to 12, and the Youth Young Professional Summit as well. Both will run from 10:30 to 12. Women's Summit, just a great lineup of topics. You don't want to miss that. and then a really youth summit to really help engage a lot of our youths. So another really exciting new item that we'll have this time this year is a Technology and Innovation Summit led by Dr. Idema Jona and Dr. Tony Ekpenyong, both local San Diego professionals. They've planned a real exciting event. They've assembled a really diverse set of individuals in the technology space that will be engaging on different topics. It'll start out with more of a kind of a panel discussion, and then it will go into a demo of artificial intelligence and really a demo of how we could use AI not only in our personal lives but also in our professional lives. It's going to have a kind of a mentoring session as well, where the participants are engaging with professionals, technology experts in different topics in kind of a speed mentoring session. But even more cool is that Parallel is for the youths, the really young ones engaged in Oculus headsets, engaged in AR, VR, so augmented reality and virtual reality sessions. Kind of a hands-on workshop will be happening as well for the kids session. So both those will run concurrently from 12:15 to about 2:15. So Saturday will end in kind of the fun. Actually, we'll have a town hall session as well. The town hall session will run from 2:30 to about 4:30, and then we'll really engagement with the government on different items happening, back home as well as in the U.S. And then we go into the gala night, fundraising gala night. We got a nice lineup of MCs. We got 4 DJs. Really a great fundraising event. A lot of performance as well. But that's really kind of a flagship gala night. You don't want to miss that as well. For Saturday. And then we wrap up Sunday as a Thanksgiving service that runs from 9 to 10. Also happening, the sporting events that's going to be happening. I talked about the golf event. The golf event will happen from 6:30 to about 6:30 to about 11. The golf is opening ceremony at the Oaks North Golf Course, and then your kind of your historic East and West tournament soccer competition will happen. Run from about 7 a.m. to about 9 on Saturday. And then we have, for those ping pong, bring your paddles and play ping pong. That will kind of be an ongoing ping pong tournament as well. So Mr. President, just a lot going on for the event, and just excited to host the community back in San Diego. So back over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thanks for giving us a rundown of those activities. There's going to be a lot, and in particular this convention with a lot of firsts. So as I always like to say, because I know it's the number one feedback we get every year. For the most part, you don't start things on time. And I'm going to say what I guess I've never said this before, but it's a two-way street. We guarantee that we're going to start on time, but you as attendees, you also need to come for these events on time as well. So please, if we say something is 6:30, it's not 7:30. I guess, like some people do, they will call and ask if something has started before they come down. We demonstrated we could start on time last year, and we're going to repeat that, and by God's grace, this will be the new normal moving forward. I did forget to mention, and forgive me, if you have any questions whatsoever, put them in the comment section of this live video. We'll answer the ones we can get to tonight. Those that are asked after the show, another member of the team will go in and answer them. I do see about 7 people on the call, on the live feed, and thank you for joining. If you don't mind, please share this link with others in your social media circles. I just wanted to, before I ask you any specific questions, I wanted to run down on some of the first that you may have missed upon. So the soccer that's going to happen on Saturday, I believe for the first time in Aki-san history, is going to be on an island. We've never played soccer on an island, so I'm looking forward to that in particular.
Yeah, that is correct. That is on Coronado Island. So
that's right.
Coronado Island Middle School. So it is on an island. So that is truly a first.
That's right. And then for the first time, our current governor, His Excellency Pastor Moino, will also be attending this year's convention. This will be the first for this particular administration, so we're excited about that. Also, there's going to be, after the Tech Summit, Mr. Chair, correct me if I'm wrong, but all the Oculus headsets and some other things will be raffled out.
That
on
is
Saturday.
true. So that's, and you have to come in, you have to be early to enter to be able to win. But yes, the technology sets will be all raffled off and given back to the community. So you don't want to miss that.
Exactly. And then for the tech summit that is coming up, also at first is going to feature, I believe, I'm just going to say like they put on the cans of the insecticides, 99.9% Akwa Ibomites. We're always saying we do not bring our own people to these things. So through this tech summit and other things we're going to host, you are going to meet Akwa Ibomites, many of whom you've probably never met before. And hopefully this will serve as a motivation to our youth that if we have people in such high places like Facebook, Amazon, and I can go on and on, they can be there as well. Also, at the end of this show, in order to see if you win, you have to wait till the end of this show. For the first time ever, there's going to be a free boat cruise provided by the San Diego Tourism, Commission. And we have
San Diego Tourism Authority. San Diego Authority.
So SDTA. And
yes.
If you've never been to the San Diego Bay Harbor area, it is beautiful. I've been there. It is wonderful. So it's going to go to one person, but you get 2 tickets so you can take a loved one or a friend on the boat cruise. Any day of your choice, you'll get the tickets at the convention. So we're also very excited about that. We open it up to the first 100 registrants of this year's convention. So again, stay tuned to the end of this show to get to see who wins. Donations are ongoing for this convention. Do not wait till that convention weekend. If you go to our website, www.akisan.org, as soon as the page loads, bottom left, you will see a link that says donate. Feel free to donate, especially, of course, we want you to come, but if you're not coming, consider the money you would have spent on airfare, hotel, and all that. Donate that to the association. We're doing very good things. We've been doing for the past 36 years scholarships, medical missions. We just finished one last October in 3 local government areas in Akwa Ibom State. This year, we're going to announce 62 winners, 2 from every local government area in Akwa Ibom State and 13 people in the United States. All those winners will be announced on Convention Saturday, August 12th. We would like to expand it to even 1,000 students, but we need money to do this. So please donate, donate, donate. Before I continue, Prince Ani Okpun of Akisan, San Francisco, said, please, sir, what of the Ibom Pride Award night? So yes, that's going to happen on Thursday night. In the past 2 years, because of COVID, we've combined that on Friday, as opposed to doing it on the Thursday as usual. But now that COVID is sort of over, we're going to revert to the usual programming. So that will be on Thursday night. There will be 2 events on Thursday night. The Ibom Pride Awards from 6 to 9 p.m. And then from 9 till about, I believe, 2 a.m. will be the welcome reception party by the members of Akisan San Diego. Engineer Kiko, I don't know if you'd like to add on to any of those things.
Yeah, so the Ibom Pride Award will be on Indigo Ballroom. That's on the 2nd floor, and it's going to run from 6:30 to 9:30. We do have special guests. Again, first, El Maverick will be performing Thursday live at the Ibom Pride Award. So you don't want to miss that. There will also be finger foods and some refreshments as well that the BOT team will do on that event. So, but that is 6:30 to 9:30 on Thursday, August 10th at the Indigo Ballroom on the 2nd floor. So.
Very good. And I'd also like to add that with respect to the reception on Thursday night, it's going to be outside overlooking the harbor. It's a wonderful sight, especially at night. You do not want to miss this. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section and we will definitely answer them. Another thing that's going to happen is the ping pong tournament. This is actually our 2nd installment. The first one was officially, as in winning a trophy, was in Charlotte last year. Akisan Nashville won that tournament last year, and they're looking with pride to repeat that feat. I know Akisan Houston said that they're going to beat them, but we'll have to see about that. And the ping pong will be taking place all through the day, Friday and Saturday. I know Engineer Kiko mentioned Sunday. Sunday is when we have our Sunday service. So I know a lot of people like to tend to leave early, but if you're going to be around, please attend this service. After all the planning, by God's grace, everything goes on without a hitch. We want to thank God for a very successful convention and to take us home safely, just like He brought us safely. I guess this year's one will be more important because now, like I said, we have a brand new governor, Pastor Omoino. So either he or members of his administration will come here and intimate us on what they've done leading up to their first 100 days in office. And of course, it's an opportunity for you to ask questions to find out what is happening back at home. All right. Let me see. There might be another question. Let me see.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to the sporting event. So that's one. For folks who have seen, we've been putting out nice promo videos. The one coming up will be kind of highlighting some of the sporting events as well. So keep an eye out for the promo video coming out on Monday to showcase some of the sporting events. So.
Thank you. And I do want to commend you, Engineer Kiko, because I thought I was doing it with the videos, but you've consistently released weekly videos, each of them concentrating on a particular part of the convention. They've been very helpful. I get a lot of positive feedback on that. And again, hopefully it's not something that ends with this convention. It's something we can continue with into the future. Before I tackle the next topic, Am Bonjo does have a question. The question is, please, the student scholarship winners will be announced on convention night, right? And yes, that is correct. We sent out the application, I believe, back in November. The deadline was March or April. And then we spent the following 2-3 months to screen all the applications. And like I said, the goal is to give 2 people per local government area in Akwa Ibom State and 13 people here in the United States. So all the winners have been, ready to go. I was intimated this by the chair lady of the Education Committee yesterday, but officially the names will be announced convention Saturday, which is August 12th, 2023. And I do want to thank members of that committee for the wonderful job they did. Just to put things in perspective, last year we only had 65 applications and we gave out 12 scholarships. This year we had 800 applications and we're giving out 62. That's in Akwa Ibom State and then 13 in the US. In the US is $500 each. For those in Akwa Ibom State, depending on your GPA, it goes anywhere from 50,000 Naira to 100,000 Naira. We would like to do more, but of course we need more money to this. We're a non-profit organization. We're all volunteers. Nobody gets paid. So again, thanks to all the donors. If you've never donated before, please donate because we're doing very great things. Engineer Kiko, I do have a question for you. So your last video had to do with transportation. A lot of people have been calling to find out if there'll be a shuttle to and from the convention hotel. So could you please educate us on that?
Yeah, thanks, Mr. President. Yeah, the hotel and the airport is really, really short. It's a really, like I said earlier, a 3-mile drive. So, and the ride share in San Diego, kind of a digital city, it's, as soon as you come out, you get your luggage. As soon as you just come right out, you could even start booking your Uber or Lyft ride. As you come out, it's right there on the right. Just all you got to do, San Diego's a smaller airport, you cross the street and it's right there. And like I said, within a few minutes, you're at the hotel event. So right now we're relying strictly for transportation on that Lyft and Uber ride to the facility. I hope that helps.
Again, for those of you who are Akisan members, if you've not subscribed to our Akisan Community WhatsApp forum, we strongly encourage you to do so. Because, of course, we send out these videos everywhere, including YouTube and Facebook, but these things drop in that forum first. If you are not a member of that forum, please contact your chapter president. And it's read only, so you don't have to worry about spam of any kind. So again, it's Akisan Community. If you'd like to subscribe to get the latest information and get that information first, make sure you subscribe to that channel by contacting your chapter president. Another question I had for you, Engineer Kiko, is I believe for the first time in our history, we're going to be having our dinner on Cultural Friday, that's Cultural Night Convention Friday, outside on the lawn next to the hotel, not inside the hotel. I would like for you to expound on that because, again, it's going to be a first, and we don't want people to, I guess in my words, experience any kind of cultural shock, so to speak. So could you please let us know more about that so people are more prepared?
Yeah, they say when in Rome, you act like the Romans. So you're in San Diego. It's a pretty city. They call it America's finest city. So a lot of times in San Diego, you see a lot of events happening outdoors. And so we're going to take one of our events, which is the Cultural Night Dinner, and have it outdoors. So it's right next to the main hotel facility. It's going to be catered. There'll be a seating area, tents. So really, it provides significant flexibility for folks. If you want to just come and grab your meal and go head back in, that's fine. If you want to sit down and really enjoy that San Diego harbor, there's a lot of nice boats and yachts and things going on. You could do that as well. There'll be light music out there as well. So think about chairs, tents, and a good meal out there for a cultural night. So it's a little different, like I said, but that's going to run from 4:30 to 6:30, and then we got to go inside. So you want to come to that event already dressed and ready to go. There is a 2-hour gap from the last event, which is the on Friday, the business meeting. That gives you, we end at 4, and then you don't have to be until 6:30. So it's a good gap for folks to go in, get ready, grab a meal, outdoors, enjoy the outdoors, and then head to the cultural night. So.
Thank you very much. Before I get to the next question, Abong Wanini Abong Ikwe of Akisan KD chapter says, "Great job, my president and convention chair. Get your tickets and pack your bags. It's going to be a convention you can't afford to miss. See you all in sunny San Diego." So before my next question, actually, I want to ask, I know you members of the chapter have been marketing this as Sunny San Diego. Is that the official name of the city? I mean, how did that name come about?
So, we call it Sunny San Diego. It's, like I said earlier, it's America's finest city, and all year round is 85 degrees. So rarely do you have, there's no snow, rarely do you have rain. All year round, morning, night, it's nice, always sunny. So that's why we coined it Sunny San Diego. So, and we hope, as everybody's coming in, that the city, and in all its finest, delivers that nice sunny experience. So you don't want to miss it. The facility is right on the waterfront as well. I think almost every room in there has a nice view over the Coronado Bridge, Bay Bridge, and overlooking the waterfront. So come in, relax, and enjoy what San Diego has to offer. So.
Very good. Now I know why it's called Sunny San Diego, and I will hold you guys to that.
Yes.
Let me see. The next question is with respect to hotels. A lot of people have been calling me asking about hotels. So what's the situation with hotels?
Yeah, first, I can't thank our community enough. Thank you, Akisan community. It was unbelievable what we saw, what happened with the hotel. I know we coined it a kind of a family vacation convention this year, the 36th annual convention. And like we said earlier, the Hilton Bayfront sold out in February. We went back to the hotel for more rooms, and it sold out again. And we went back, it sold out until we sold out all their standard rooms. So we completely sold out. We're still with less than a month to go. We're still 155% overbooked, oversubscribed. They just don't have rooms for us because everything is totally booked out. So what we did do is we did manage a waiting list, which was effective early on. As people dropped, we moved people in the waiting list. And I think we solutioned about 100 people from the waiting list, which was pretty good. The waiting list did grow to about 30 plus. Even with that, as the cutoff date expired, really, as room free up now, the hotel hands that back to the community. So the Akisan negotiated time has passed. And so what we're doing is we struck a deal with the Hilton Gaslamp, which is really a short walk. You just go across the bridge, and it's right there. The bridge cars get you across the Harbor Road to the hotel. And so we're seeing an uptick in folks going to that facility. So that's really our only option right now. To give you an affordable room is the Hilton Gaslamp. They do require one night hold, so they're going to lock that in. And they also require 3 nights. So I guess what they don't want to happen is people to leave and go back to the main facility. So, but either way, I think it's one of the best deals you could find, and it's really convenient. And I like the fact I actually did that walk. It's a really nice walk across the bridge to the hotel, so it's not too painful. So.
Okay, and I don't know if you've addressed this, so forgive me if you have, but walking distance-wise, how much time would it take from that hotel to the convention hotel?
Yeah, depending on how you go, it's almost maybe half a mile, maybe less. It's really short walk, so you could see it. So depending on how you walk, I did it really quick, 7 minutes. So, but it's a short walk.
Very good. And because we're across from the bay, you get that, as we call it,
the ocean, the Pacific breeze.
Exactly.
So, and it's a scenic walk too. So,
we've always had a taste of the Atlantic. Now we're getting a taste of the Pacific. So, and on that note, by the way, the hotels, I believe both of them allow you to book for the same rate 3 days before the convention and 3 days after. So we're not just asking that you come for the convention proper, check in Thursday, leave Sunday, but come a little early and or leave a little bit later and get to enjoy the town. San Diego is a military town. I mean, I believe right by the hotel, there's like a giant, aircraft carrier, decommissioned, of course, that is a museum. You can go check it out, among other things. So again, if you want to go to Anaheim, I believe is it the Disney park? I mean, there's a lot to do in that area. LA, Hollywood is about 2 hours drive. So again, don't just come for the convention and stay in the hotel. Experience San Diego in all its glory. Arrive 3 days before, 3 days after, same rates guaranteed. Let me see here. Okay, registration. I know we've not talked about that specifically because we wanted to, as a way of saying thank you to our members for always being with us. I mean, going back 36 years, we decided to have 3 tiers. So if you registered early, instead of paying the $100, you paid $85 for registered members. After about a month or two, we increased it to $95, and that $95 rate is currently ongoing up until July 31st. Because of some of the confusion that has always happened at the convention, beginning last year, we locked down online registration, in fact, all forms of registration from July 31st. That's to give our registration team enough time to collate the names, do what they have to do so that when you come to the registration desk, there's little or no confusion, and that worked out very well. So the registration online will stop July 31st, and then you'll have to pay $100 at the convention. So that's why we gave you these incentives to register online to take advantage of these discounts. At the convention hall from Thursday to Sunday, it'll be $100, no exceptions. Let me see if there are any questions at this time. Mrs. Uwemi Yang, National Vice President, said, Convention do not miss out. Thank you, Mr. President and Mr. Chair. Dr. Mrs. Idara Kwanekwarakisa in Atlanta says, National President and Convention Chair, couldn't be better. Kudos to both of you. Thank you very much. Again, if you have any comments, questions, feedback whatsoever, put them in the chat room. Either we'll address them now or after this podcast, I will go in and answer those questions.
Yeah, add to
yes.
Just go back and add to the event. So we are seeing people book 3 days before and 3 days after to take advantage of a lot of the things to see. I know, Ms. Spring, you mentioned the U.S. Midway, which is it's right close. You can walk to it, aircraft carrier. But you also have SeaWorld, which is just down the street from there. SeaWorld, a really nice resort to go take a look at. Legoland is also really close by. The Disneyland in LA, that's an hour and a half. In Anaheim, really close by. And then we have a lot of beaches that have really good character. So anywhere from the Pacific Beach, La Jolla Beach, Mission Bay Beach, Coronado Island. So just a lot of beach environments for folks that want to get away. But it does give you that family vacation, relaxing type convention feel in the resort facility. So I wanted to kind of share that as well as folks plan things to do. I know there were some folks who were thinking about renting a bus to do a sightseeing. And I know there are others that want to go spend some time in Disneyland as well. So.
It overlooks the bay. So like as you're eating on the wind, you can see the ocean, especially in the evening, beautiful sunset. So again,
Mr. Ace is one of them. So for those who really want to go celebrate, Mr. Ace was a good one. George's at the Cove is another one, and then Costera, which is also close. Those are all restaurants, waterfront. Even our hotel has some good locations in there as well. So I think there's 3 restaurants on property as well. So
Very good. All right, so I'm going to ask you just for a little bit to take off your convention chair hat and put on your Speaker of Council of Chapter President's hat and address, for those of us who will be coming for the business meeting, let us know what to expect.
all right, so for, just for everybody's benefit, the business meeting, again, that's planned for Friday from 12 to 4 p.m. This is one that you look at different items that affects the association, everything from financials, you look at the financial details, also updates on status on projects and things. But for the Council of Chapter Presidents, there is 3 items that's coming forward that was approved to be looked at. The first one is how we do conventions. As folks know, this, Ms. Brent, you're the first that's going into a second term. The Constitution addressed the first term. It did not address a second term and what powers the president does in placing conventions. So that's one that the CCP has approved, and so that will be up for discussion. The second one is council meeting rotations. Council meeting, we have 2 a year, and so how you rotate that across chapters. And another thing coming is kind of a code of conduct that was also reviewed and approved. So that's something that will be coming up at the business meeting to be looked at. I know it's also election year for board members, so there'll be a rotation within the board of trustees, and so there'll be an election there. So I know there's some chapters aspiring to go take up some of those board seats, which will be pretty good as well. One thing we do want to do, I know we haven't done this in the past, but just because of how things are and our push to start things on time, the big recommendation is we have an agenda for that business meeting, but at 4 o'clock, what's not covered, the business of the convention should be taken and moved into the November council meeting, I think currently planned in Miami. So a plug for Miami. That's another sunny Miami out there for the November council meeting. So, and then we'll have lunch. Actually there are, 2 sponsors. A shout out to Honorable Hugh Ete for sponsoring the lunch for the business meeting. So thank you so much for that. And then the Dr. Meg Guion, this pharmacy company out in Metro Detroit as well, and the Detroit members for also helping to sponsor that. So that will help provide nice lunch for the during the business meeting. It's in the Sapphire level 4, 4th floor. That will happen again from 12 to 4. So that's what we're thinking right now for the business meeting. Now, I know you didn't ask about this, but breakfast. So breakfast is out in that patio as well. Really, spectacular view for convention goers. So you don't want to miss breakfast. Again, something different for our community as well. So.
Yes, thanks for bringing that up. The breakfast will be, I believe, from like 7 to 8:30 Friday and Saturday. So there's no breakfast on Thursday or Sunday mornings, just Friday and Saturday mornings. So again, everything is going to start on time. We ask because, again, we've had this, and I guess anyway, I hate to bring this up, but issue of it's always a buffet style breakfast. Some people take food out to their rooms, come back and get some more. We're going to ask one more time, please. Stay at, there's plenty of room in that dining room area, the patio area. Have your breakfast there and then go back to your room. Don't take food upstairs and then come back, over and over, so that other attendees can also have breakfast as well. That's a plea from Akisan USA to you. Thank you, Engineer Kiko, for bringing up the BOT elections. For those who don't know, every year there are always 3 BOT members who cycle out, and we have elections for the other 3. The next national president election will take place in 2024. So if you're a candidate or if you're thinking of running, please start. Don't wait till the last minute. Start now to put in your papers so that they can start processing and the association can plan accordingly. Before I bring up any more topics, Engineer Kiko, I did mention at the beginning of this show that towards the end, we're going to have a raffle for the winner of the 2-ticket boat cruise on the San Diego Bay. So are we getting ready for that?
Yes, we are. Let's see, Dara, my daughter's gonna, Dara, you here?
Yes, let's...
Let me get my daughter to come help us run that, so hang on a second.
And while she's getting there, I just want to say that's another first. So we're going to have a young MC on cultural night at the convention. And one of them will be Miss Dara Ekiko. So I wonder if she's by to say hi.
So she's here. You're going to pop in and say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
How are you?
Good.
Are you ready to perform your duties tonight and at the convention?
Yep.
All right, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in about 3 weeks.
All right, so we have, I don't know, you can see it's kind of a high tech. We got a bowl with 100 names of the first 100 people that registered for the convention. That what I need you to do is put your hand in there, mix it up, and then close your eyes and pull one out. So mix first. Dara, you're gonna do the mixing. So mix it up. It's getting mix. Okay. Drum roll. Let us know when you want her to pull it out, Mr. President. All right. So now close your eyes. Close your eyes. I'm gonna move it. Now go in and grab one. Just grab one. Just one. All right. Let's see. All right. The winner. No way. Linda Omar.
Wonderful.
Wow. Congratulations. So Linda Omar wins. Thank you, Dara. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dara. We look forward to seeing you Friday night, cultural night, okay?
Songo.
Yeah.
Songo.
Yeah.
Woo.
Thank you, Dara.
Thank you very much.
All right. So yes, we have a winner. It's Linda Omar.
All right.
And that is the ticket. So Julie Cody, who's the CEO for San Diego Tourism Authority, will be there on Friday at Cultural Night, 6:30. So we got to be on time to give so this ticket was donated by one of our sponsors, the San Diego Tourism Authority. They've been really instrumental in helping us with a lot of different things. The Aki-san landing page, a lot of digital things, the gifts, and flag brochures and things. But they donated this cruise boat tour. And it goes to Linda Omar. Linda Omar, congratulations, and we'll see you at the convention to pick up your boat ride ticket for 2.
Yes, and I believe Linda Omar is a member of Aki-san, Columbus, Ohio. So if you're listening, obviously we're going to contact you, but congratulations. And as you take that boat cruise, take pictures, take videos, and share. Speaking of sharing, we're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube at Aki-san USA. Before we head out, I was going to ask Engineer Kiko, if you don't mind, to run down a list of all our sponsors. I mean, I thought last year we accomplished a lot, but this year we're getting close to exceeding that. I mean, without these sponsors in particular before convention, because many people don't realize this. We're not getting paid. Everything is volunteer-based. Everything is based on contributions from members. And when we have to wait till the actual convention Saturday to raise funds, sometimes we get into financial problems because we don't have the money until that day. So we introduced this idea of sponsorships last year, actually beginning in Atlanta, take that back in 2021. And every year the donations have kept going up and up and up. So we want to thank all those sponsors, individuals, corporations, businesses, for everything you've done. So if you don't mind, could you go through all those people who have donated, corporations, individuals who have donated so far to the convention? Thank you.
Absolutely, and to the point, really, thank you. I know there's been a lot of support, from folks who are taking out booths, exhibit tables, buying program booklets and ads, registering, all those helping as well. But these individuals, companies, went above and beyond in terms of how to help, and they were able to get us to the point of hosting a convention. So first, we'll go silver sponsors. We have Desmond Bain, Memphis Grizzlies helped us. Thank you for that as silver sponsor. I talked about the San Diego Tourism Authority, also sponsor, helped us as well. Emmanuel Lamar, CEO of KillPay out of Alabama. So thank you, the bronze sponsor. Dr. Meg Benyong, SGRX, it's a bronze sponsor. We have Ubong Ekot, the CEO of Mastercraft, and Cuisine Africana, also a sponsor. Thank you very much. Individual sponsors, we have Dr. Tawan James, so sponsoring and supporting the beauty pageant. IDA took sponsoring and supporting the welcome reception. Dr. Kwan, the hardest walking man in Akisan, he's sponsoring the soccer. We have a soccer competition, so everything from the uniforms, the jerseys, the trophies, the medals. So thank you for that. I talked about Hugh Ete. He's a chapter president for Research Triangle. We thank you so much for your sponsorship of the business meeting lunch. So thank you for that. Dr. Tony and Atta McMahon, San Diego chapter members, again, sponsoring to help to make sure we bring a spectacular welcome reception as well. Sir Michael Esukor and silver sponsor supporting the beauty pageant. So he's the National Secretary of Akisan, so thank you for that. Mr. Wemu Bong, so he's also a sponsor out of Seattle. He sponsored the Technology and Innovation Summit. So this is the one we want to really highlight of the event, so thank you for that. And certainly me and my spouse and my family were part of the sponsorship team. Also, a special thank you for all of our performers. So these are individuals who donated their talent, their time, to come in and really entertain our community, starting with Mel to the Vo. Thank you so much for that. Also a sponsor. We have UT Pius, Anita Dennis, thank you so much. Baba, and Amen. Talked about Elmer Fabric, G. Manning, and then the LA Cultural Group, as well as all the members of the National Ensemble, cultural dancing as well. So those are kind of the rundown of the list of sponsors. So we thank every one of them for really helping us to put together a convention. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And Dr. Mrs. Idara Kwanikwat says, Atlanta is ready, Mr. Chair. Are you ready for us? We know they carry last. So I hope you're ready for Atlanta in particular.
ATL. Oh, yeah, yes. ATL. We know how to do it. So exactly. I've been in communications with Onadio Amar, the chapter president for ATL as well, and he's been pretty supportive as well. So.
Yeah. And by the way, some trivia based on the sponsors. If you just joined us, Engineer Kiko mentioned Desmond Bain of the Memphis Grizzlies of the NBA, who is a silver sponsor of this year's convention. Many of you may not know this, but he's actually of Akwa Ibom descent. He is from Akwa Ibom State. Why the name? You'll have to come to San Diego to find out. We will not tell you over the air. But trust us when we tell you he's from Akwa Ibom State in Nigeria. He's one of us. And we hope that he'll be able to make it. But of course, I think it'll be getting close to preseason, so he may not be able to. But he's with us in spirit. That's why he sent in that donation. So Mr. Desmond Bain, if you are listening, thank you very much from the association. Before we wrap it up, I just wanted to add that, again, you have one more night to submit your ads. I've been receiving text messages and comments about that. You have till tomorrow, 6 a.m. Eastern time to submit those ads. They need to get to the printer on time so we can get the booklet done on time, and it can be mailed on time to San Diego. We're still accepting people to reserve their tables. For those of you who don't know, you can reserve a table of 10. And when you reserve a table, you get to sit closer to the action, if you will, as opposed to maybe you come later and you sit in the back. So if you're reserving a table, you can rest assured that you'll be sitting closer to members of the high table, the dance floor, and all that. By the way, on Saturday night, I don't know if we mentioned this, but the dinner, actually on Saturday night, fundraiser night, is going to be a buffet. It's not going to be the regular plated food. So there are going to be numbers on each of the tables, and we'll call the numbers. As we call the table number, you get up, get your food, and come back into the hall. So it's just on Friday night that we're eating outside on the lawn. Saturday night, we get back into the hotel. And then, let me see here. We're still accepting registrations. Please do not wait till the convention. In addition to saving money, You want to avoid a lot of that frustration, confusion, and stuff like that that goes on at the convention. And oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, there are two things, actually three, that will be on sale at the convention. All the monies that we raise for this, part of our fundraising efforts, they go to the Welfare Committee. I'll start off with the wool cap for the men. And that's what you see on the screen right now. I got those when I went to Nigeria in May. So they're $20 a piece. As you can see, they're very beautiful. The colors represent the colors of Akwa Ibom State. Number two, for the women, let me see if I can share that picture. Give me 1 second. I do apologize for the delay. 1 second, please. So of course we cannot forget our women, although this is more like a unisex thing. We're going to have mufflers for the women, but of course again it's unisex, and I'm going to be sharing this on the screen very shortly. It's been sent, Mr. Dennis, if you would please show that on the screen. And these will be $20 as well. Again, all the monies raised will go towards our fundraising efforts. And then number three, while he's loading up the muffler, we're going to be selling a 6-yard Ankara, guaranteed wax material. And yes, we know that it's coming late, but the goal is that on Friday night, in a show of unity, all of us will wear this uniform, not just at 2024 convention, if you can get it on time for this convention, but for as many years as possible. And what you see on the screen is the 6-yard material. That will go for $55 for 6 yards. We're going to have them sold at the convention, so you can start now to buy it towards 2024 and beyond. But if you can get it on time, we can even mail it to you, and you'll get it before the convention. And what you're seeing on the screen right now is the muffler. Again, because women cannot wear the wool cap, we wanted to make the mufflers for the women, but it is unisex, so men and women can wear that. And then last but not least, we don't have the picture for that right now, but we're going to be selling, we still have a few copies of our Mboga Akwa Ibom left. It's revamped, it's very beautiful. We sold them beginning, I believe, in April at our council meeting. So we're going to have the remainder of those sold at the convention. That one is $10 a piece. It is beautiful. It has a lot of history going back to, when we started the association, the first ever Mboga Akwa Ibom, we tried to reach the editor of that particular episode, and so all that stuff is in there. And speaking of history, I'm going to end with this. Especially in the course of these convention planning committees, we run into situations where someone will say, I'm just saying in 2010, so and so happened. A lot of people coming up now, especially the newborns, do not know about our association or what we've been through to be where we are today. So next year at the convention, we're going to have an Akisan history book. And I've already started talking to a lot of people who have been around from the beginning. So they're going to document our history to the best of our knowledge, put this all into one book so that especially the younger ones can know about our association, learn about our association, and have a better appreciation for what we have accomplished so far. So I look forward to that. But that will be, by God's grace, at the 2024 National Convention. So before we leave, I will give Engineer Kiko another opportunity to lead us out. Any more additional thoughts as we get ready for the convention in 3 weeks?
Yeah, thank you again, Mr. President. And we're really looking forward to hosting everybody in sunny San Diego here in a couple of weeks. As you know, you said the theme is Connect, Inspire, and Transform. So I want you to come out and connect, inspire, and transform. We're establishing limitless potential in the next generation. So the next generation of Akwa Ibomites to excel beyond the boundaries of science, technology, engineering, art, and math, STEAM. So please come out, come relax, come enjoy, and really looking forward for a good time in sunny San Diego. I'll also close by really thanking the 2023 Convention Planning Committee. I know they've been working a lot to get this production ready, so thank you so much for all you do. And we're close to get this across the goal line. And also a special thanks again the San Diego members who've been meeting, night, day, constantly to make this happen. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate the session. Mr. President, I appreciate the opportunity to share. And we can't wait to have you come out to sunny San Diego for the 36th annual Akisan convention. Back over to you. Thank you.
Before we leave, Inem Olubajo, I hope I'm pronouncing her last name well, asks, will the products be available at the convention? So she's asking about the wrappers, the booklets, and all that. Oh yes, all those things will be there at the convention. You still get your standard convention package, the bag, the booklet, and I believe a pen. But yeah, those items, the wrappers, $55 will be sold at the convention, the booklets, $10, the wool caps, $10, and the mufflers, $10 as well. There will also be links and QR codes in case you want to, take advantage of buying those digitally. Speaking of digitally, last year we had our Zelle donation information. This year we're going to have QR codes, and we're going to put those QR codes on each of the tables. There will be 100 tables, I believe, in the main ballroom. We're going to put those on each of the tables. So again, do not wait for the MCs to come directly to you to donate. Just scan the code, use the Zelle information, donate. Trust us, when you donate, we're going to get that information and you will be recognized accordingly. Gloria Udor says, good job, you guys are the best, thanks for this presentation. Inemaluba says, awesome. Yes, and please, if you don't mind, share this with other people who will be coming with you to the convention. Let me see here. Prince Ani Okpun says he'll be there live. Thank you very much. And please don't come alone. Come with as many people as possible, especially non-Akwa Ibomites, Americans. Oh, yes. Engineer Kiko, you need to talk about one of the people who will be on the high table. We forgot about that on Saturday.
Oh man, our queen will. She would not let us off the hook. We missed that. Yes, we are honored, really honored and humbled to have one of our VIPs, co-chair of the convention, Queen Lawanda Asukwo. Queen Lawanda Asukwo is coming with a whole entourage. These are very fascinating story. These are Akwa Ibomites by way of Ancestry.com. So these are U.S. Americans who have found their roots back to Akwa Ibom based on Ancestry.com. And Dr. Queen Lawanda, so she was given Her Royal Highness back home in Nigeria, is a co-chair, and just a fascinating story. I said, I can't wait for you to come to the convention and share your story with your brothers and sisters. So she's coming in, she's in Tennessee, and with a delegation of about 15 that are going to come in and share and enjoy and celebrate with us. Thank you, Mr. President, for reminding me of that. She would not let us off the hook if I didn't share that, but looking forward to seeing her and hosting her and her team.
And again, this is another first. So for the first time ever, I'm not saying they don't come, but this is the first time we're acknowledging this officially. African Americans who have traced their heritage to Akwa Ibom State, and we're going to duly recognize them. And hopefully this is, by doing it officially with this convention, more will be encouraged to come out as well. We want our people, especially those of our children who are born here, to get to meet people like this. And eventually we hope that they'll get to visit Akwa Ibom State and get to see things and connect with the people directly. Madam National Vice President reminded me, and I do apologize, the mufflers and wool caps are $20 each, not $10. The only thing that's $10 is the Mboga Akwa Ibom magazine. So everything else, $20. The wrapper, the 5-yard guaranteed wax material, is $55. And again, they'll be brought to the convention. If you want to buy them in advance, the links are all on the website, so feel free to do that before the convention. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching. This will be the only podcast before the convention. By God's grace, you'll be seeing us live and direct at the convention in 21 days. Thanks for watching, and see you in sunny San Diego soon. Esiero.
Esiero. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Ese en Judah, Mesona nampiet utenge kondo. Eba meni ikan mbayo dio. Abasibo msai. Ibala usimantenye. Ami moyom kefre kondo. Abasiuko. Afik bonga kakare rimbodo. Freeway dianu yo. Ibi bioro anamo. Ibene buka na fun. Afrika isomoro. Ndohi dene tamam pasa. Ndohi banene unegita lesni bowe dianu yo. Esiombo. Yagito mo basibo mo.
Jehovah Shammah, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Anyangawo,
Sai! Coming on more!